6. So.
Yep.
Hey,
Well, we're live. We were just having a debate about what time it was, so we didn't want to get here on time, So here we are. Welcome, here we are. No, guys, I'm at a loss for words. If you only knew what would have been going on prior to this, I'm so glad to get live and get some relief. I'm telling you. We've got our
backstage.
Right, Skipper. We've got our usual panel of hobbyists and expert here. There's Dee Dee beside me, and there's Eric Furlow beside her, and there's Chattanooga Ed that now is behind my face. And right before we went live, it's like, could you take your logo down? I'm like, hell, it took me a week to figure out how to get it up there. No, I can't take it down. No, I could get it down, and then we have Ethan, and then we have Tom, also known as Skipper, and Pam, Punchy Paints, and then our special guest from Aquaria Life is Stephanie. So welcome, Stephanie. Yeah, she's but if you look at it, you're below me, so we kind of balance. We're each in the corners. Yeah.
Is that what we're doing? Every other one?
I guess. I don't know.
Maybe by the 10th time, I'll have it figured out. Okay,
I'm going to go through here. Everybody's cringing and say hello, unless somebody faster wants to do it. I'll start. Max Aquatics. They talk a lot before we get here, so that's good. Merdule, welcome. Furlow was there too. No, that's not Furlow. That's Furlow's Aquatics. I don't know Furlow's. It is Furlow's. Jesus, my vision. Guys. I'm like, no, that's Furlow's. The apostrophe makes it look like an A. Skipper, Skipper's blind too. I know. Skipper will be blind too someday too. It's either this or guess. So I prefer the guess. And
I'm blind as a bat without my contacts in. So
yeah, I can't have contacts. Maria Z. Same suspects. Jennifer Weaver, and I'm shaky from blood sugar, so it's jumping all over the place on me. Paul McCarthy. I'll never get Dee Dee. There's Dee Dee down there and up here. Magic.
Running my mouth everywhere.
Running your mouth everywhere?
Yeah.
Kind of like Skipper, huh? Eduardo. Yeah. There's Pam down there and up here. There's one back, Skipper. Lucky Smith, keeping the geckos and the skinks. Yay. Crypt Keeper. Do I know? Been a while. Sky Dancer. I'm not even going to tell you what I thought that was. Heat Boy. Welcome, welcome. Anywhere near Scott's Aquatics. Monica Lynn, Aqua Designs. I have a package en route from her.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it has things in it that Susie's did not have.
Speaking of, she fell off because she's having computer problems.
Who fell off? Susie?
Yeah. Clean your glass. You notice
I can't look over there and over there at the same time, Skipper. I'm doing this on a phone too, not a computer. Let's see. Clean your glasses.
Merdole says your glasses, Bob. Your glasses need glasses.
No, I need the LASIK procedure is what I need, but at 66, it's so benign. It's so easy. Daniel Velez, welcome. Just lots of people talking, which is awesome. Awesome. There's Levi. Started to say Lefty. Levi, that's how bad it is, guys. Bunny Viper. And I started to call Aqua Designs Adam. I'm racing through my mind like, who's Adam? There's Matt. Saw him. Let's see. Actually,
Plecos fans.
Take over, Dee Dee. Keep on going.
Okay, Zebra Pleco fans, hi. And Caged Aquatics, Keith Hanshaw, hi. Mountaintop fish, crown tail half moon.
You have to do faster than that now.
Well,
Well,
it's scrolling. I think it's a little Kit Kat. And Michael Long Family Show. Hello.
Michael.
I think, he
I
just
think we
put
may have
something
said
in
hi
the
to
shirt.
everybody. Maybe we should get this ball rolling.
And Stephen P. Aquatics just came limping in the door.
Yeah, I see Stephen.
He's
Did you
probably
ever
tired
say-
from all the Girl Scout pots lifting. And Mary Page Flynn, hi to you.
Awesome.
Eduardo's here too.
I got Eduardo earlier, Ed.
Did you get Zebra Pleco fans?
She did.
How about
And now
Fishimon?
Fishimon is just peeking in. So I think we get down to the bottom.
All right. So, for those just coming in, welcome, welcome. And our special guest tonight is Aquaria Life, and that's Stephanie, and she's way over yonder in California. And of course, we're all over the place too. So, I will watch for Susie Q. She's with us, but she's having tech problems. So, her stream froze up on her a couple times earlier. And one announcement before we get started, and for the mods too. Did you set the stream up already, Skipper?
Already posted in the chat.
Awesome. After Danikin's after me at 9, and then at 10, Skipper's going to do part 2 of the auction that he started this evening. Somebody slowed him way down. It was somebody else's fault, not his fault, but they didn't get through everything. So they'll continue that at 10 tonight. So make sure you're there for that. Some great stuff they're giving away. And this is for Benet Color Guppies fundraising for him. So be sure you're there. All right. Any other comments or announcements, guys, before we get going here? All right. There's Susie Q. My dang phone. Sorry, guys. I'm here in the chat.
It's okay.
Susie, that won't do. You still have to dock your pay. You've got to be on site.
It's hard to dock 0.
I know, right?
Starting to get checks.
I get another 0 every year at the Arc. I get 22 zeros an hour now. All right. All right. Stephanie, can I bring you up?
Yeah.
Off center and all? Yeah. And that'll get Ed out from under my beautiful. There. Hey, Stephanie.
Hello. Hello.
Well, instead of the mini introduction that I did of Stephanie, I'll ask her to tell us a little about herself. Sometimes we just say what people are and what they breed and their tanks and all that. But a lot of times people want us to know a little bit more about them, like their family, where they live,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So
Definitely.
go to it.
Well, I am originally from Dallas, Texas, and my family moved to Huntington Beach, California when I was 15. I went to Huntington Beach High School, graduated Huntington Beach High School, screwed around for about a year, and then went back to Texas to go to college. And I went to Baylor University and got my Bachelor's of Science in Nursing degree from Baylor.
Nice. Nurses are awesome people.
Yep. I still love what I do every single day. So I feel really fortunate that I'm still in a job that I love, and I enjoy it every day. Most every day. Just kidding. But so the day after I graduated, moved back to Huntington Beach High School, and really just started working in nursing and I've been in it ever since. So currently right now I am a regional total joint nurse educator. I work for 5 different surgical centers, outpatient surgical centers, and I educate people that are having total joint replacements. And I love it. I just am so fortunate to do it, basically. And basically, I work from home. So since COVID, I just sit at a desk all day long. But I really love it, and I get to still educate. But we do everything remote now on Zoom, essentially. And so that's a little bit about my job. My husband and I have been married for over 20 years, and we have 2 daughters. One is going to be 20 on the 24th, and then one just turned 16, so that's a whole lot of fun. But yes, we have 2 daughters, and as far as the hobby, I really got involved in it about 6 years ago, whenever we had a beta fish, and of course we weren't keeping it correctly, and wound up getting really sick. And then I started researching how to take care of it properly, and then basically came across YouTube and learning from YouTube. And one of the main channels I came across was Rachel O'Leary, and learned a ton from her and other bigger channels that I just learned everything from. And then it snowballed from there. It started with a beta fish, and then I got into rams, started breeding German blue rams and selling rams and apistos. And then really because of Rachel, I got into plecos. And Rachel did a video one day when she was at one of her friends. His name is Chris Layton, and I call him the godfather of plecos. He breeds a lot of really rare high pancistrus, and he does really well with them. And he's back east, and so Chris and I got connected through Rachel, and so that's how I went down that path. But I've always been really just majorly into Cories and plecos. So long story is I've flooded our house way too many times, and with carpet.
Awesome.
With carpet, it was so bad once, you guys. I have a really embarrassing story, but I don't care. I'm going to tell it anyway.
Awesome.
We had a hang on back aqua clear, and it was so close to the wall. Long story is it was slowly leaking, and it was going down into the wall, down into the molding, and then into the carpet. And then we wound up calling a plumber out because I couldn't figure it out. And long story short is we wound up over the summer redoing all of our flooring. We switched over to vinyl flooring, which I love. We have a really nice vinyl flooring, and then wound up redoing a whole bunch of other stuff. But so then I got kicked out with the tanks, and no, I'm just kidding. My husband he got a shed for me, and we live in Southern California, so the climate here is pretty mild and moderate and not bad at all. So we insulated the inside of the shed, and I have a story of I call it the rack debacle, but I currently have a rack here behind me. This is a newer rack. This is actually a DeWalt rack, but I have.
Oh, wow. You're in your she shed right now.
I'm in the she shed, yeah.
Awesome.
So basically got the idea of going outside with the tanks because I didn't want to have them in the garage. Because that's my husband's space. And so essentially just got that idea. We insulated it, we painted the inside of it, and bought a rack, a Gladiator rack through Home Depot, got it all the way here to the house, took it apart, and it was jacked up as far as just really damaged. I don't know if any of you guys have had issues with Gladiator racks, but the way they pack it is like god awful, horrendous, and it's very heavy. So then we had to truck it all the way back to Home Depot. In the meantime, I had another one, I think a Sandusky rack, that was the rack that you guys had probably seen before with all of my tanks on it through videos. But that rack started to bow a little bit, and I just didn't like it. And so ordered another Gladiator rack, and that one got delivered in the same issue. It was really jacked up and screwed up with shipping, or just, I honestly don't even think it's shipping. It's just the way it's packed is so horrific. So then we wound up getting a DeWalt rack, which holds 2,500 pounds per shelf. And then I wound up painting it over the weekend. So I've just been really behind schedule on getting my tanks back up on these racks and everything. But long story short is the rack is now painted and in the shed. I have to do some touch-up painting on it, but my Plecos, my rare Plecos, the 236s, the 173s, the L236 Plecos, the Snowball Plecos, everything is in the house on our kitchen table in bins right now. They're probably pissed off at me. But anyway, they're going to come back in. Hopefully I'll get some in tonight and then tomorrow. And then we'll get started with more breeding projects with Plecos and other stuff. So I'm super excited about. Can't wait. Cannot wait. But that's how I got started into fish, and then just fell in love with it. It's just calming and amazing and, you know, soothing and therapy and everything combined into one. And then I lost my father tragically about 2 years ago, actually 2 years ago today. And then that just even more so, I just got more immersed into to tanks, and it just helped so much. So, but yeah, so that's my story. And I'm just super excited to start having the space now to work with more fish and, you know, not upsetting my significant other in the process of having tanks all throughout the house.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see anything either from Eduardo or Madu except the blood type. Eduardo, I'm sorry. Would you repost? Now you mentioned I have a piece of paper here in my scribbling that mentions Chris's name also in the long line of the L236 Plecos. And
Yes.
I do want to touch on them a little bit, mainly about tips for breeding, but I know you're talking about them on Skipper's next week. So I don't want to, you know, do all of your talking about them, leave some material for him. And I did want to talk some surprise about your Corydoras, because I love Corys and have a bad problem with collecting them too. So, but yeah, tips for breeding the L236s, what are they?
Yeah, so the main thing is you really need to know your water. You really should have an idea of where your water's at, because these are specialized fish. They you know, if you want success in breeding, they'll be happy, I'm sure, in whatever water, as long as the parameters are okay as far as nitrites, nitrates, blah blah blah. But to really want to breed them, you really need to try to mimic their own natural environment and their natural habitat. So I just started with knowing what my water is. I keep them around 180. I have to cut my tap, and I follow my tap, because sometimes my tap is like liquid rock, and sometimes my TDS is around 220, and it's really not that hard. But I keep I breed really well. They breed really well with my parameters around 180 TDS, my GH around 7 to 8, my KH around 3 or 4, around 3 mostly. But you know, something along those lines, and then pH around 6.8 to 7.2 or so. But they like flow. And so that's how I have really good success in breeding them. And I've been very fortunate to become good friends with Chris, and you know, he breeds so many rare Plecos that I've had a lot of success and with his tips and his knowledge. But just briefly, that's how I breed them and how they do really well for me. It's just keeping them in the water that they're going to breed well in, and that seems to work good for me.
Because I got a trio from her, and sadly lost one of them several months after I'd had it. In fact, it was pretty recently. But the other two, I'm pretty sure, are a pair, and they should be getting big enough, old enough to, you know, be pairing up. Because I know Maria Z got some about the same time, and she has fry, or has had fry a couple of times. So I'm hopeful, and I am sure that it's a male and female. So I'm going to stick with these. Sorry.
I said that's awesome. And the other good thing about them is they will start breeding younger and earlier than some of the other high pansistrus Plecos. So your 173, your L406, your zebras, they take a lot longer to get to maturity, to breeding. And the 236s will start breeding younger. Like they can breed as young as, say, 2.5 to 3 inches. So, and they grow faster than the 173s and the 46s or the zebras. The great thing about that is the super whites, which I recently got a couple of super whites. And I think I have a pair.
Nice.
I only have 2, and I think I have a pair with those, and they're large, so they should start breeding soon. I'm super excited about those, and they're Dan's
Yeah.
236s. But
Oh, nice.
yeah, so they're beautiful. I'm editing a video for you guys right now to be able to show you how gorgeous they are. But that's the good thing about the 236s. And on Skipper Stream, I'll kind of share more about their lineage, where they came from, who I got them from, like where they really came from. I'll share a little bit more about them then, because it's
Nice.
really cool. It's really cool. Really cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. I
Mhm.
was going to try to remember the name of the L number, and I can't. Justin, that was our guest a couple of weeks ago, and he'll be back next week. He wanted to come back. The panel and the chat treated him so well. But he
Yeah.
just posted a video with some fry, and those fish are gorgeous, but I can't remember the name or the number. So if any mod, or hey, did you see it, Stephanie? You may
No,
follow
but
him.
you know what? I really like him a lot. I subscribe to his channel and I love watching his videos. I'm really impressed with him.
He's got a new one up this past week about more fry from whatever. And I started looking at those, and even the little guys are just gorgeous, but I hadn't heard of the number. And of course, I bet he can only get them in Australia, but I'm going to
Yeah.
check them out.
Huh? I didn't see that video, but yeah, I
we
like
ha-
his stuff.
We have some sleuth mods, so maybe they'll tell us.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Myrtle,
what?
L397s.
Yes.
Okay.
what are those?
Yes. I
Uh,
don't know that they have a common name.
I'll tell you here in a second.
If somebody can post a picture, I can
Oh,
fumble
they're
the
the
buttons.
okay. They're a Pinoc. They're a Pinoculus.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're tiger
So-
Plecos.
Yeah, so interesting. I have the L336s, a Pinoculus, and they're a dwarf pleco. They're very commonly confused with these 397s, and their colors are similar but a little bit different. But those are gorgeous.
They are.
Yeah.
And I bet being a Pinoc, they're not that expensive either.
Yeah, I got my L306s from Jason's Plecos cichlids.com, and I got mine from him. And first of all, he packs and ships just impeccably, and they were only like, I think, $80, and I know that is expensive. Like that is an expensive price, but compared to like the 173s or the super whites, 236 super whites, it's actually a good price for a pleco, for a beautiful pleco. I mean, they're beautiful.
They're on Get Gills for $45 right now.
The L306s?
The L397,
Oh, okay.
L3.
I think the 306s are considered a little more collectible,
Yeah.
right?
306. You said
They're more collectible. What
I
was
think
that?
so. Yes.
I don't know, but they come from the Tucutu River in between Guyana and Brazil is their main collection point, but they're just gorgeous. I know Rachel had them at one point, and she did a video on them. I don't know if she still has them, but they're just beautiful.
Craig says they sell for about $40 each in Australia. I don't know if that's
Cool.
yours or Justin's.
Yeah, mine are orange and black, but the patterning is a little bit different than the 397s.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if the 397s are what I have and I just didn't recognize them. I'll have to look because I have a pair that haven't bred and they're in a 33 long. So I'm going to check them out. I didn't pay $40 for them though.
Yeah. Well, that's actually a good price for a really pretty pleco. They are gorgeous. I have to say, of all my plecos that I have right now, they're some of my favorite. They're really pretty, and They actually, one good thing about them, Plecos have a kind of a history of just not coming out a lot and during the day, more coming out at night. But the 306s or the Pinoculus can, once they're more comfortable, they can kind of get out and about more during the day, so you can see them. You'll see them a lot more frequently than some of the high pansistrus. But
Nice.
yeah.
Steph, AB5 Aquatics wants to know if you've tried Corridor's Aquas.
So no, I only currently have the Corridorus Whitesmani and the Similis Cories that I'm working with.
Oh,
And
nice.
I used to breed Sturbis, and I used to not have an issue with them whatsoever. But for some reason, my eggs, when I try to pull them and and hatch them separately, my eggs are fungusing a lot. So I talked to Skipper recently, and I'm going to try the hydrogen peroxide method. But no, Maria Z has the Equus, and I know she's trying to get hers to breed. But there's a YouTuber called Mitchell Broom, Broom, either Mitchell Broom or Mitchell Bloom. Maria can probably tell us.
It's Broom, and he's local here. I've met Mitchell at the fish swamps.
Yeah,
And he's always in Dan's fish.
He's a great
streams.
guy, yeah.
Yeah,
And
he is. You know
so-
him, yeah.
He's got videos of his of his Equus breeding and how he has his setup on his Equus breeding. So check out his channel, because
He's
I
got
know
some
he's
awesome
getting
projects.
Yeah.
Yep. He's a great breeder. Yeah.
So what I do want to breed also, though, that I know is going to be a challenge, but I have zebra autosynclus. They're a larger autosynclus, but they're really gorgeous.
They're wonderful, yeah.
I want to pull them, and I want to start trying to breed them.
Really?
I'm just into challenging stuff right now, and
I was about to say, that's wow.
yeah, I've got the space, and currently, and in fact, my husband and I over dinner 2 weeks ago, we were talking about getting a larger shed because of the pandemic. The shed that we got, we had to get the smaller version of it because the larger version was not available. But I'm gonna probably next summer we'll get a larger shed. But yeah, I really want to breed autos.
That's amazing, yeah.
Definitely a challenge, but I think that it'll be fun
and rewarding. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
awesome. I see them in this. So go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say that's one of the things I love about breeding fish. So when people get in the hobby, there's a few different aspects of the hobby that they can get into, but breeding is one of my favorites, and it seems like you have the same mentality. For me, it was like, dude, what can I breed next? Like, how can I conquer this next fish? It was like, as soon as I had that first guppy fry, I was like, dude, let's do German blue rams. Can I do that? And I love that energy. That's, very impressive. I really like that. Really, really like that.
Awesome. I know, it's funny because I jumped headfirst into rams. Rams were the first thing that I started breeding, and I had a big learning curve kind of real quick, because my water was hard. So I did a quick, so I just kind of jumped into the harder stuff. And it's not like they're super hard, but they need warmer water. They need lower pH and lower TDS, and they need cleaner water, or clean water. Sometimes their fry will have issues with Popeye and stuff if their parameters aren't pristine. In my experience, anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe
I tell people rams are a good stepping stool into the world of harder to breed fish.
Yeah.
Because they are very forgiving as far as harder to breed fish are. But if you were to compare them with a guppy, then you're like, wow, those things are the hardest thing in the world.
Right.
It's a good stepping stool.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I just find that if you really try to, I know Eric Bodrock had a good saying, like, try to think like the fish and be the fish, but if you really think about what their surroundings are and then their environment, you try to create like a biotype. I think it's almost impossible to create a biotope, but a biotype for them. and you give them what they need and make them happy, they're going to breed for you. They're going to be happier and you're going to be happier. So that's kind of my mentality on it all.
Absolutely. Being able to keep a creature so well that it decides to procreate in that environment, it's so rewarding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we have time for you to give us, or are you in a position to give us a tour of some of your favorite fishes?
So because my racks, the gladiator rack really put me back by about a week and a half. So if I can get my camera turned around, I will go inside and I'll show you my favorite fish right now are the Licorice Gouramis that I have.
Oh,
And
I love those.
They're amazing.
Oh my God. Beyond. I'm just in love with those fish. So yeah, I'll show you those fish. And then my shrimp, I've got some tiger shrimp, and those have been dropping shrimplets and fry or babies. So I've got some babies, maybe we'll see those. But this
Nice.
community tank behind me, which is kind of a hot mess with plants, because I got some plants recently. I'll show you guys that. But I'm really into rainbows too. I've got some furcata rainbows. I've got Gertrude, Ember tetras, green neon tetras I've recently got that I really love. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what else is in that tank. A whole bunch of stuff. But this is just at night after dinner and kids, and when it's all quiet, I'll come out here and just sit in front of this tank and just watch it for forever.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
But-
Steph,
Could you explain the difference between a biotype and biotope? I, for one, don't know, and I've heard it mixed back and forth, but I keep.
Yeah, so I learned that essentially from really Rachel talking about it. So in nature, obviously, you're going to have your biotype, your biotopes that are going to be like everything around them, right? But in your aquarium, you're not going to be able to get it exactly like that 100%. And so I don't know. I've just heard in the hobby people mentioning biotype because it's near impossible to get a biotope in your aquarium. So I've just heard the lingo biotype.
Yeah, the goal is a biotope, but the result is a biotype.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the water in the wild is going to, constantly be different water or a larger body, or in general, unless it's a killifish in a gully. But, so you try to get the type, you try to emulate it, right, as much as possible.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So you guys, I'm on my phone on StreamYard. How do I switch my camera? Just curious.
I would recommend to do it as quick as possible so that we can see what Bob's doing.
I'm holding scissors at Skipper's throat.
Oh,
what I'm doing.
no.
that is great.
can I ask one quick question while they're trying to figure
Yes.
that out? How do
Yeah.
you keep your fish shed cool in the summer, or is it just that mild?
Yeah. So great question. It did get 88 degrees here last week. I'm lucky because most of my fish are the high Licorice Plecos from the Zingo, and they're really warm water fish. They can take up to 90, 92. But my community fish, I'm sure wouldn't be too super excited about that. So it is insulated. I do have umbrellas, like outside umbrellas that I kind of keep over the front part of where the doors are. I open the doors, and then I have a swamp cooler that I bought.
Neat.
And so when it gets really warm, then I have to cool it. But usually it's only in like the major part of the summer that I have to do that. But it was freaking hot here last week. But the water only got to like 82 at the highest. So that was good. But yeah, I have a swamp cooler that
That's
I
awesome.
use.
I've thought about doing something like that someday, but I was afraid it'd be just too hot in the summertime.
Yeah. I know. I thought about it too, but the roof is black, and I'm gonna have to spray paint it. I'm gonna have to either
Yeah.
paint it or spray paint it a lighter color because that will also cool it down. But So let me just see if I can switch the camera really quick.
Do you see cam on there?
I do. So how do I switch it?
Click on cam, and then
Uh-huh.
it'll either say you're on front or back, and pick the option you're not on.
It's in settings.
All right.
You can do it there too. Yep.
Oh shit. Okay, that went to audio.
Are you on the phone or?
I'm on my front. I mean, I'm on my phone. Okay.
There you go.
Let's see. I got a light on the bottom. Hold on. Unplug my phone.
And I should explain to people that you and I are friends, so I
Yeah.
don't act this goofy with just strangers, you know.
Well, we're in good company because I am really goofy. That's for sure.
That's it. There you go.
Yeah. Okay, so this is just my 40 breeder, and I got some plants in from Flip Aquatics recently, and I got some corium or some hygrophila, 2 different types. I got a leopard val, spiralis, and that's the stuff up here at the top. I've been too busy to plant it. And then Maria Z sent me some crypt balense.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it's at the back. I haven't planted it yet because of the stupid racking system. But anyway, so here's my community tank. I've got a big piece of spider wood. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's oh Lord. What is that big stuff in the middle that's my favorite? Oh God, that's on top of the moss.
Oh, on top of the moss.
Or the moss is on top of it. I love this plant.
Is it the Fulbitis thing?
Fulbitis. Thank you so much. Fulbitis is like my favorite. But anyway, so this is the community tank. We're gonna go inside really quick. I'm gonna switch it while we walk through because my the bedroom is a hot mess.
Got pink snails.
Oh my gosh! I finally named a plant after what 2 years.
I know. I'm really horrible with plant names. That's for sure.
I love those little pink ramshorn snails. They're beautiful.
Oh, I know. And you know what's cool is when they get really big. They're so
yeah.
big.
Wow, look at how light it is.
Yeah, I'm in the
Yeah,
dark.
it's still light out, you guys. You guys want to see the hot mess out here? This is like destruction zone central.
Marineland canister filter. That's all I see.
It looks awesome. Palm trees.
Interesting about that is this a hot mess? Look at this. Tanks, buckets.
Love that.
Wait.
This is by your
mess.
pool? Yeah.
No, this is just the backyard.
Oh, okay.
This is the backyard. Hold on. All right, so
I need to come jump over that fence.
there
Right.
you go. Come visit. Come on and visit. All right, so we'll go. I'm going to show you guys my Licorice Gouramis really quick.
Oh, they're so sassy. I love them.
Oh my God, they're I can't wait. They're going to go in a bigger tank soon.
Are they flaring at each other yet?
No, not yet.
Oh my gosh, they're so pretty.
Yeah, I think they're on the younger side still. All right, so let's see. Let's see if they're out and about. The glare. I'm trying to get my camera. So here's one of them.
I think I see one to the right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one. Ooh.
And then I've got some chili raspberries at the top.
Nice.
So that's that tank. I've got it on a tripod thingy, so I can't flatten it up. Can I zoom in a little bit, maybe?
No.
No. Okay. All right. So down here are, oh, here we go. My tiger shrimp. And I've got to separate these out. I've got some blue bolts in here. They are Caridina, so this is my Caridina tank. And they will commingle. They will definitely interbreed. So I've got to get these out of here.
Yeah, I see the one under the Java moss. Look at him.
So, you guys have heard of my Scud Infestation. So, I unfortunately somehow wound up with scuds in that Caridina shrimp tank, which is nightmare central. Nightmare.
I'm going to tell them about the Gourami that I thought was here. I kept telling Stephanie that there was a whatever gourami we just saw, the sparkling, that there was one in one of my local fish stores, and I felt bad for it because it was the only one.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, "Oh, I would take it." And so I went and started looking close, and it was just a little, what was it? An African bushfish or leaf fish.
I know, right?
And I'm like, "No," I sent her a little video. This is what it is. Nope, don't want that.
But we tried. You tried, Bob.
Yeah,
You should have sent it to her.
Well, kind of the same shape and camo and all that, but I wasn't interested in looking at it, so I just would see it in a top tank. So we were going to rescue it.
We were. We had good intentions, Bob.
Yep, always.
Bob, how is your and if you want to take me off center, you can if you want.
Okay, thank you. Wait a minute, I don't want to remove you from stream. That's my worst trick. Okay. And there he is back behind the thing.
Ethan was working.
There you go.
Just so
Go
you
off
don't
center.
know, where Stephanie lives, there's a lot of coyotes and stuff, so she's
Oh, yeah.
walking back and forth at night.
You guys, I hear them at night. They're
Yeah.
like they start howling and howling and howling. I guess they're signaling to each other to like there's food or something. I don't know, but yeah. My mom hears them all the time because she lives in Temecula. It's like wine country, and they're like all the time. They're like outside her back window.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we used to have one. We used to have one run through our neighborhood like every night.
Yes. Yes, I live in a suburban neighborhood, and they're protected species around here. So we do have some wetlands, and I was like, I think it was like at 7 a.m. One was just cruising down the street.
See, it's the opposite here.
Wow.
They're considered a nuisance here in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same here in Tennessee. They actually will run up on people's porches and get their dogs and stuff if
They
let
will.
them out.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
I'll never
Yeah, but
forget.
they're still pretty cool. I love listening to them howl.
Yeah.
When you get a pack of them howling and yiping, it sounds so cool.
I'm gonna send you a pack, Pam. I'm gonna send
Okay.
you all the ones.
So Bob, whenever I have all my tanks up and running, and I've got like 8 tanks in the garage that I need to get obviously into the shed. You'll have to have me back, and I'll have to show you guys.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
When I get
Anytime.
everything else up and going.
Anytime. Yeah.
Yeah.
Steph Banoski suggests that you consider checking out the Coast Fish Club.
So I do. I need to do it. I have checked into it, and I need to get into that club. Does he go to that club? He probably does if he's asking about it. I think Vanoski's out. Someone is out here by me. I think it was him.
Yeah, Steph, you need to be in a Babbitt program so you can score some points for all of these
I know.
fish you're breeding.
Right.
I
Right.
know. Because I've had the 236s for 3 years, and I've bred that. They've been breeding for a long time for me. I should definitely do something. Get in a club. I know Coast is close, and I know that they had Aquarium. They had Corey from Aquarium come out once talking about fish meds and diseases, and I really wanted to go to that, and I got too busy.
Oh, I saw that video. Yeah, that place is awesome.
Yeah, so that's close to me.
Cool. If I see something I like, can you go there and get it for? No, I'm teasing.
Of course. Of
I'm
course.
teasing. Yeah, because I need some more fish, right?
Yes,
I think so.
Bob, how
Just
is
personally.
your, sorry, go ahead. I was gonna ask how Bob's sick fish is. Is that a gourami, a large gourami, Bob? What is that fish that's got
Oh.
the burn?
The pacu. It's
Pacu.
the
Okay, Pacu. How
Um,
is he?
he's better. And I say he because I don't really know, but the wound looked a lot better last night, or some better. Today it looks quite a bit better. It's getting a little smaller. It's starting to granulate in from the, you understand, granulate in from the
Yes.
outside. So it's trying
From
to
like
close
the
it.
inside out.
Right. It's healthy tissue. And I've yet to do my water change today. I'm doing 50 to 60% daily and keeping them salted, half strength salt.
Yeah, good.
So, but it's eating good, and it doesn't act like it's painful. It looks like it would be, but he let me palpate it when I first found it, and so it didn't flinch or anything. I'm not a vet, certainly not a fish vet, but you know, when you touch something that's sore,
Yeah.
something will move away, and he didn't flinch. So I think he's going to be good is the short answer.
So Bob, does your heater have a guard on it?
It does now. It does now.
Well,
Most of them do.
I've never
Yeah,
seen a guard.
yeah. I have I'm a big fan of Phoenix heaters. I love
Yes.
Phoenix heaters. I'm not gonna say the word, but I'm just gonna say that they're great and they're amazing, and they come with a heater guard, and they come with a little controller. It's like a separate controller dial.
Yep.
For my larger tanks, I do like 200 to 300 watts. That I'll be doing a video on the controllers, the Phoenix controllers that I put with it, just for the more expensive fish. But I love
This,
Phoenix heaters.
I have
I'm not
one, but I only have one, but I got it from Ginger Graves when I got several of her large tanks. She had to give them up. And it's in this 75 right to my left here in the dining room. It's on that tank. So
Yeah,
I love it. I love it. Yeah.
yeah, love their heaters. I don't know how pricey they are compared to some other heaters, but they're great heaters.
Very.
Yeah.
But
Stefanowski is near you.
Oh, he is?
So, yeah.
Where did he say? I missed it.
I just asked if he was near her, and he did say yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you guys for helping watch the chat. We got a lot of people in here. And, you know, I would rather be talking to you guys than watching that chat. Kinda, sorta. Hey, Susan. So we got about 10 minutes, I think. Maria keeps us on a short leash here.
Well, we
for,
got more streams coming up, so I don't want to.
Oh, yeah. Well, we've had a whole hour, so it's awesome.
So you're doing shrimp also?
Yes, I dabble in everything mostly. Yes, so I have in that tank, in the Licorice Gourami tank, and I know this is kind of dangerous. As I got some painted fire red Neocaridina, and then I have some Blue Dream Neocaridina, some blue velvets, and then I've got a Caridina tank, which I need to break into 3. So I just recently got some zebra babaltis. They're a Caridina species. They're more of a wild type of zebra or a wild type of Caridina shrimp. So they're zebra babaltis. I got tiger shrimp and then blue bolts. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You see what Joseph said? I set that one up perfect, didn't I? He said that's good because they'd rather talk to them too than me. There you go. There you go.
Bob,
So, Steph,
Bob, can you pull me off center?
are you on center?
And on my strip, am I
On
not?
on mine, you're right under me. On the
Oh, really?
Nope, you're on the panel.
Well, shoot.
You're in the Brady Bunch.
You must have 2 windows open.
Ah, damn it. I can't. On my phone, it's just showing me. That sucks.
Huh.
I don't know how to
Well-
get back to it. I'm afraid to try to go back to it because then I don't want to get out of it.
Yeah. Well, Skipper's still dressed, so you're not missing
Oh,
anything.
that's great.
Yeah,
That
just
comes-
make it.
That comes at 10 o'clock. Yeah, guys, don't forget that 10 o'clock. The Skipper's going to be, the link's going to be out there, and that's right after Danica at 10. So some awesome stuff to support the color guppies. So some awesome things to bid on.
I can see you guys on my iPad. All right.
Awesome.
Just on my
Awesome.
screen, I'm front and
Yeah,
center.
it's just a different window. So any possibility of you getting in the reptile end of things?
So
Let me take Skipper down.
I would love to get into and I don't know if this is a reptile. I guess it is turtles, aquatic turtles.
Yeah.
But we were talking about putting in a pond in the backyard eventually, and if we do that, then yeah, I'll get into
Okay.
aquatic turtles. But that
Okay.
would probably be it.
Well, when you get that in, I'll come and dangle my tooties in it, and I'll go to that store with you, that fish store.
Yes.
Yeah.
He said it.
It's gonna kill your turtle with his stinking feet.
Dee.
He's right. with all that toad fungus and jam.
Oh, Pam keeps turtles, and do you have
Yeah.
turtles, Eric?
Yeah, I've got two. I got sulcata tortoises.
That's right. Tortoises.
Sulcatas are huge.
Yeah, mine are.
They are.
Mine are. One of them's about the size of a basketball round. The other one's a little smaller. So.
Wow.
That's awesome. Do you guys watch
Awesome.
Camp Kennan?
Yeah, off and on. Yeah,
I love him.
he's pretty cool. And I recently discovered Snake Discovery, and it's
Oh,
a whole lot more than it's. You follow them too? It's a whole lot more than snake. They recently were gifted a huge tortoise, and they had to rebuild their new zoo thing to get it in and all that. But I mean, when
Wow.
you get gifted one of those, But,
Yeah.
Snake Discovery. Yeah, if you like tortoises and turtles, and they have lots. They have snakes, but they have lots of other stuff, and it's a couple, so I love that interaction between them.
Yeah, one day.
Ethan, how come you look like grayed out? Is there a fire there? God forbid.
I don't think so.
It's his lights.
Oh, probably. It's probably this light back here. Let me
gotcha.
see.
It's always lights.
Okay. Blame it on the lights.
Maybe
I'm
he
sorry, I
never
missed anything.
cleans his lens.
Oh, no. I can't put that one up, Joseph. Sorry. I thought that said Bob for a second.
Right.
I can't let you in my porn stash, but that's Rob. That's not me.
So I'm wondering
All
where
right.
Vinoski's at. Like what city Vinoski is in.
He said close, but he's afraid Skipper that somebody might show up. He's not gonna.
Zoo's on the roll.
You guys know that Skipper and I love each other, right? But we love.
Right.
Don't be shaking that head now.
Gosh, Bob, you told me that you love me. And now Skipper's in the mix too. He's a player, isn't he, Skipper?
Oh, he is. He is.
That's
Oh,
why
I
he's
am.
Godfather.
All right. That's right. All right. Well, we got 2 minutes. So any final question or comment and Stephanie, especially you.
No, I'll just whenever I have everything up and running, which I know has been an ongoing saga, but these racks, man, I'm super ticked at Gladiator, to be honest with you. But once everything is up and running, Bob, I'll let you know, and you'll have to have me back, and then I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys everything that I can, all the
Oh, for
running
sure.
things and breeding projects I have.
We always love to have Sorry.
I told her be careful what she wishes for.
I know.
Yeah, I'm right. No, we always love repeat performances. We love that. To check back in. So
Oh, yeah.
definitely. All right. Wait, Bob, does that mean?
Don't read it.
I'm not going to. I can't see it anyway. All right. Thank you so much, Stephanie.
Thank
And
you
that's a
guys for having me. It was so
was
fun.
great. It was great.
It was
I
a-
love
it was a-
all your
It was a pleasure, just a delight to have you. Thank you so much.
Thank
And
you
guys,
for having me.
she has an awesome channel, an awesome vid. So check out that link and get subscribed so you don't miss them. And also this awesome panel here. Everybody here has an awesome channel. Well, and Ed too. And Ed's here too.
Yes, you guys are amazing.
He's
Mine's
like
fake.
like Mr. Fishtuber. Ed knows I love him too. All right, guys. Thank you everybody for being here, and thank you chat and members and mods especially. And let's head over to Danikins and then Skippers after that. See you
All right.
guys.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.